Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year! It's 2018, which is really weird. The time just feels like it's flying. The grid, but my last video was actually a swatch video for the Sephora favorites, Give Me Some New Lip, and I will link that in the description if you haven't checked that out. Check it out, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel somewhere in this vicinity for more videos just like this. Thank you for watching! I have a very short, downward-facing eyelashes. This product actually changed my life. This is called the New Lash Lash Enhancing Serum, and it has a little wand just with a little brush, almost like a little like lip gloss or whatever, like it's just a smaller wand. And this stuff really works. You put it on your lash line. I started doing it every night, every other night, and then every time I stopped using this thing, my eyelashes actually like shrink. And I promise you, I was so skeptical, and a lot of people were raving about this. A lot of people, like my friends and stuff, were raving about it, and I was like, there's no way that this product is gonna be like that good. There's no way that something like this can make my lashes grow. Yo, it does. And like mascara actually looks good on me now. Back in the day, I'd have to put on like 10 coats of mascara. Now I use this, and like even with a few coats, I'm good to go. And it has seriously made my lashes so long and so nice. It has not thickened them at all. That's one thing. Like, they're not thicker at all, but they're so much longer than they were before. I have never had long lashes in my life until I used this product. So shout out to New Lash. The next product I want to talk about is micellar water. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be this one. This is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I have tried a lot of micellar waters at the drugstore, and this is my favorite drugstore micellar water. But I was reading a lot about pH and how pH affects the skin's moisture barrier and how it affects the skin. And this pH is a little bit on the high side. Someone had tested it, or a few people had tested it. And apparently this is a little on the high side. With that said, the price is incredible. It works so much better than like the simple micellar water or any of the other drugstore ones I've tried in terms of taking off makeup. But in terms of like pH, I think Bioderma is a little lower, which means it's a little gentler on the skin. And I think that's what I'm gonna try out when I'm done with this. But regardless, I would still continue using this. I really liked it. I've gone through countless bottles of these, seriously. So many bottles of this stuff. I don't think I go through anything as much as I go through this. Maybe my sunscreen, that's probably it. So Garnier Micellar Water, for sure, number 2. The next is the It Cosmetics CC Cream. This thing is the bomb.com, let me tell you. I got a few samples of this. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 samples throughout the year. I used off and on because I've mentioned before in my videos, I don't wear foundation. And if I do wear anything, it's this, but not very often, which is why I got the small size. But I tried these samples and I'm like, whoa, the coverage is incredible. I'll put on, if I'm going to the beach or something, I can put on just like a great waterproof sunscreen and then put this on top, just very lightly to have kind of like an even skin tone and just look a little more bright and awake. Ooh, but it's great. I don't like the fact that it has fragrance. There are a few irritating ingredients in here. This product, it has good sun protection. I definitely wouldn't recommend this as like your sunscreen, but the sun protection is good. It goes on like a dream. It's so smooth, and you can build up the coverage so well. You can make it really natural. You can make it super heavy and full coverage. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. The lasting power is not as good as I would like, but for every day or for once in a while, like depending on how you want to use this product, I think it's a great, very natural product. You can't tell that it's on the skin. Next, I've talked about this so much and I'm so sorry, I keep bringing it up, but it's the Narsissist, NARS Narsissist Unfiltered 1 Cheek Palette. Dang, this thing is so good. It's just so good. It has 6 cheek products, so I guess you could consider this to be like 5 blushes and 1 highlighter, but really you can do whatever you want with these. I will use this palette on my cheeks and then use it as highlighter, and then I will use it as eyeshadow and mix a few colors up. If you are on the lighter side of the skin tone range, you could use this as highlighter. If not, you could use this one as highlighter if you have darker skin. I just think these colors are gorgeous, and there's something in here that will suit everyone. There was a pink one, like a pink version of this. It's like cooler toned and a little bit more obviously pink based. I was not a fan of that. I find that the warmer shades and the darker shades look better on my skin. And the quality of these is amazing. I've had NARS palettes before. I had the Stephen Klein palette a few years ago and I was really disappointed with it. It was too light for my skin tone. it definitely did not have enough pigment in it for some reason. It just didn't perform like their products usually perform. But with this, I was actually skeptical when I bought it because of that palette. I was like, great, not another NARS palette. I might be disappointed, but it looked so great and it was such a great value for the blushes. I was like, YOLO, I'll just go for it. I got it and I was really, really floored. And I do love that they have two options. The pink one's a little lighter and this one's a little bit darker. So this would definitely work for a lot of people. My next product is a really cheap mascara that I love. And I've talked about this before on the channel, on my channel as well. I got this from Ulta. It came with a gift with purchase and I just like left it in my little, you know the samples drawer that you have that has like some just extra stuff in there, like makeup, skincare, whatever for later to try. I left it in there and at some point I decided to open it and use it and I was floored. This product gives me so much volume. When it says I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume, it gives you crazy freaking volume. I'm not even joking. I do have one thing to add. If you're looking for no clumps, this is not the mascara for you. This is that extreme, slightly clumpy, really thick eyelash look, and it's amazing. I use this mostly on like nights out. This is not my everyday mascara. I would use this like if I were going, you know, to a birthday party, to a club, whatever. I would use this because it's just like, it's only $3 or $4. It gets the job done, and I love it. Okay, my next product is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. In terms of mid-range to higher end products, this is such a good value because you get a lot of product for how much you're paying compared to other products in the same like price range and similar kind of brands. This is great because a lot of translucent powders that say they're sheer and translucent or whatever are really white and they are still supposed to be translucent, but they're really not. What I love about this, not only the size, because I do use a lot of powder, I use this to set my under eyes. I use it to set like my face before I put on blush. This is great and it doesn't ever look cakey or overly powdery, if that makes sense. It does kind of blur your imperfections, which is cool. And the color is not white. I like that it's a little bit of a neutral, a little bit beigey color, but it doesn't show up. Just helps the product not look as gray, not look cakey. And it does not reflect in photos, which is awesome. My next makeup favorite is kind of just a category, so I have two products to show you, but I really just want to talk about the category. Cream blushes, cream and liquid blushes. I was like totally not into cream products for a really long time because I am crazy about my sunscreen and I don't wear foundation. So I was always afraid that a cream product might kind of like mess with the sunscreen underneath and kind of mess with the efficacy of the sunscreen. But I realized, you know, I could pat it on, I can be gentle with it and still have it work, but it looks so much better. Every time I wear a cream blush, I get so many compliments, and for some reason I feel like my skin's just glowing. I feel like my skin looks so much more natural, and it just looks so like skin-like rather than having lots of powder, especially because I get really, really dry cheeks. I have very combination skin, so I'm just super opposite in these two areas. Super oily, super dry. These things have been working for me a lot. This one is the Glossier Cloud Paint in the color Dusk, and it's their seamless cheek color. This is like so worth the hype. It is incredibly pigmented, blends like a dream, is relatively long lasting, but it's just such a good product. I really like this product. And then I got a sample of the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek stick in Rally. Last time I placed a Sephora order. I'm wearing it on my lips and on my cheeks right now. And I like this product as well. I just blend this one on, like I put it straight onto my fingertips and then use that to blend it out because I don't want to just like draw it on my face. With Glossier, I found this works better with a beauty blender, but you can also use your fingers. It's super easy. Last two products are both hair products. This is the Schwarzkopf Got to Be Powderful Volumizing Styling Powder. It says for instant volume, root lift, texture, and control. This is a silicone-based powder, and you put it onto your fingers like this. You rub your hands together to where it's kind of like dissolved in your hands, and then you use it to like fluff your hair up, which is so weird. When I first saw it, I was like, how does this even work? Like, it just seems like such a weird thing, but it really works. So when you rub it into your hands, you just kind of fluff it, you put it into the roots, wherever you want it to be, and it really gives you hold. It kind of makes your hair feel thicker, and it makes your hair a lot more voluminous, and you can really mess with the hair. And kind of like mold it to whatever shape you want, but it's kind of a finishing product for me. I'll do my hair and then I'll put some on my hands and kind of rub it in and give my hair a little bit of lift, a little volume. This is so cheap, and I got it from Ulta. It was about, I think it was about $4 when I bought it. I hope it's still cheap, but like this has become one of my favorite products. The next thing I've been loving this year is the KMS Hairstay Anti-Humidity Seal. This spray is a finishing spray. You will do your hair, do whatever you gotta do to it, make sure it's done, and then you do a nice little coat of that all over the hair. I live in Texas. It's super humid down in Houston. Super humid, and a lot of times I'll do my hair and I go out and I feel like it's ruined because we're at like 98% humidity and I can't breathe. This has been my lifesaver in that sense. Like, I really have been using this a lot. I got a smaller size of it. I used it up and I just fell in love with the product. It's so good. It just really does seal your hair. Obviously not 100%, but it really changes the way that my hair reacts in humidity and really helps that moisture not to really ruin everything that I've done. So those were my favorite products of 2017. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below, let me know if you've used any of these and what kind of videos you would like to see from me in the future. I will see you in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Happy New Year!